First News Bulletin for you. We'll bring you some updates at around about 6:30 on those stories and more. Right, let's get into our regulars now and take a look at what's going to be covered by the SABC and the big stories on the diary today. As you heard in the news, former SAA Chief Financial Officer Phumeza Nhansi is scheduled to testify at the State Capture Commission of Inquiry in Johannesburg today. We do a preview on the State of the Nation address and the issues President Cyril Ramaphosa is likely to touch on. And of course, do stay tuned to Morning Live. We're also going to be touching on that in the second hour of the program. We're going to try and get a preview and find out what the most pressing issues are that faces the President at this time. Sandile Swana and Lesibo Tefo are our guests that will be joining us in a conversation to unpack the sermon. Banyana returning home from the World Cup, unfortunately having lost all their matches, but with heads held high and having learned some huge lessons along the way, no doubt. And Gauteng's MEC for Roads and Transport, Jacob Mamabolo, will provide an update on the minibus taxis vetting process that's currently underway in Johannesburg. All right, let's talk to these trending topics now. And the first one we've got is Phumzile. And yesterday we saw this video. Perhaps you can... we don't have the video. I'm not sure if we've got the video. No. Anyway, Phumzile van Dam went onto Twitter yesterday and she was basically talking all the way against racism and the racial incident that happened to her at the V&A waterfront. And I think it ended up in a physical battle with herself and another man. But she then, of course, went to the manager, recorded him, put it onto the internet, and this went viral. And everybody talking about this, and once again choosing sides. You know what Twitter does. And we'll continue to watch that one, because she did say that she's going to take this up with lawyers and try and take the situation further. But yeah, so that was the reason that Phumzile, and this morning you'll see Van Dam is trending as well. Platini. Now, here's one, I suppose, not so unexpected, but nonetheless, whenever things like this happen, you realize, this is the real deal. Ex-UEFA chief Michel Platini is being questioned by French police over the awarding of the 2022 World Cup tournament to Qatar. So that's a big one, where they're saying investigators in France detained him. This, of course, the former European Soccer Federation president, to question him about awarding the 2022 Men's World Cup to Qatar. In fact, I actually flew through Qatar now on my way back when I went to Lebanon, and I actually saw the development that was taking place. I didn't walk around or go in, but I just saw some of those stadiums from an aerial view. Goodness me, they're putting all they can into it. So yeah, quite an interesting one. But it's not good news when that's the way, if in fact it was received through bribes. So that's why Platini is trending. And then FNB. I don't know. You talk to me about this one, because unfortunately I wasn't so happy because it never happened to me. But apparently some people were saying that they received large funds of money. If you banked with FNB, suddenly there was cash in your account that you never had. So people were saying they got a couple of $100 or even a couple of thousand. I wasn't too sure. Listen, I quickly jumped onto my FNB account, and yeah, the story was I got nothing. So some people were talking to this, but now I'm following it up this morning, and those funds have now been reversed. So anybody that thought suddenly life was looking good, well, it's looking bleak again this morning, because I don't know. I'm not sure. I haven't seen any official word from FNB on this story, so I really can't tell you. I'm just going by what was trending on Twitter, and I was watching this last night with much interest, and then this morning I saw again it's gone. So if you check your bank account, sorry guys, you better cancel that holiday. Your money's gone. So whatever it was, I'm not sure. Hopefully FNB will issue something as to what went down yesterday. I'm not too sure.